there, welcome to chair yoga. This is a class focused mostly on the shoulders, the back, and the chest. For anyone who thinks that they can't do yoga, chair yoga is a great way to get started. So with that being said, grab a chair that has a back and arms. You want a pretty sturdy chair. And we will begin sitting up straight and tall in our chair. So both feet planted on the ground. You might need to scoot forward like I did. Root down into the seat and allow your chest to rise, shoulders roll up and back. Imagine your head is balancing nicely on top of your neck, which is on top of your back. And you can just kind of find that center of gravity. We'll begin with a couple deep breaths, exhaling all the way out. Inhaling, deep breath in. And exhale out the mouth. One more time. And exhale it all the way out. We will get started with some neck circles. So just rolling the neck clockwise. The rest of the body is in the same position it was in before. Shoulders are relaxed, jaw is slack. And neck circles the other way. Take a peek at your knees here and see if they're kind of going out in either direction. You just want to kind of pull them back in so they're like train tracks. And we'll find stillness here. You definitely want to make sure you're a little bit scooted forward because we'll cycle through cat-cow. So plant your hands on the arms of the chair. Inhale and rise into cow. Exhale and curl into cat. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale as we sink into cat. Inhale and return back through center. We'll just do some rolls here in the chair. I'm not sure that this has a name. I call it jelly roll. And opposite direction. You'll feel your start to wake up in your sides here. Good, we'll find stillness and just tuning in with the feet quickly. We will tuck both toes. So this is a stretch up off the top of the foot. So toes are kind of tucked under. And then depending on your comfort level, you can walk your feet back under the chair for a little bit of a deeper stretch. Make sure that you're sitting up tall here. If you're hunched over, you're not going to get the maximum. So just sit up and tall. Good. And we'll plant our feet. Both arms will rise all the way up. We'll bring our right arm and left leg to meet as we exhale. Inhaling and rise. Right elbow, left knee, touch. Exhale. Inhale and rise. Exhale. Touch. Inhale and reach. Exhale and touch. So that was 4 times on that side. We'll find the same thing now on the opposite side. Left arm, right knee. Exhale and touch. and that was 4 times on that side as well. And we'll return back through center. We are always coming back through center because we always want to check in with our body to make sure that we're seated in a nice strong position. So just check in, feet firmly planted on the ground, knees facing forward so they're like train tracks, sitting straight and tall in that chair with the chest up and shoulders rolled back. We'll inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, bending at the elbow. Send the elbows as far back to the back of the room as possible. Goalpost arms. This is opening up the chest. Good, inhale, rise, and come all the way back down. We'll scoot all the way forward. We're gonna find a yoga mudra. So yoga mudra is when you interlace your fingers behind your back, but since we have the chair, we're gonna use that to our advantage. So just wrap your hands around the outside of the chair, scoot as far forward as is comfortable to you. Send your chest forward while the arms are straight. You'll feel this through your arms and your chest, and it actually kind of warms you up too. Good, gently release, so without flinging, so you kind of want to bend your elbows and then release. Sit back in the chair, back into our foundational position where we're just sitting straight and tall. Both arms will come up, and now we'll bring the right arm over the left for a yoga hug. Your fingertips here are working their way towards your shoulder blades, so you can actually walk your fingers across your back, or if your hands are on your arms, you just walk them up your arms towards your shoulder, then towards your back, and we're finding yoga hug. With yoga hug, your elbows are kind of in a point, as though you could like fold yourself in half vertically. That would be like the crease. So here we are, yoga hug on this side. And release. Yoga hug on the opposite side. I used to be so into power yoga and just sweating and working my tail off in yoga, but as the years have gone on, and I've been doing yoga now for like 14 years, and I just enjoy it more and more now when I slow down and focus in on the basics, like what we're doing now. And we'll gently release this side. Come in for a lateral flexion, so both arms all the way up, dropping the right arm, left arm reaches over our body towards the spot where the ceiling and the wall meet. And the base arm is providing some support here. Good, inhale, that arm that is on top still is in movement, and the top of the hand then rests on the opposite knee for a gentle twist. What we're mimicking here is, this would be mimicking a thread the needle. So if we were on the ground, we would be on our knees, and then this would also be on the ground. So you can kind of imagine if the ground were right here, if you could kind of rotate in space. So we're mimicking a thread the needle. This is like a modified chair thread the needle. Good, inhale, both arms come all the way up. We'll find that lateral flexion on the opposite side here. So again, reaching to the spot where the wall and the ceiling meet, and that's an important distinction, I think, because you don't want to be reaching for the wall. You don't want to be like dumping into yourself and having one hip come off of the chair. You really just want to focus on that that reach, that stretch, and then you won't kind of sacrifice movement in other areas of your body. Good, inhale all the way up, and then that arm, same thing as before, top of the hand on the outside of the knee. Here we are mimicking a thread the needle. Good, inhale, arms all the way up. So in the spirit of mimicking poses, we're going to mimic a plank to chaturanga to up dog. So make sure that you are firmly planted in your chair. I'm scooting up a little bit and placing the base of my palm on just above my knees. So first I'm going to push up, really feel that rounding at the top of my spine, kind of across that bridge of my shoulders. This is mimicking plank. And then I'm going to inhale, come forward, chest comes forward as my elbows bend. And exhale. Here we are mimicking a cobra or up dog. Good, and come back to mimicking plank. You're really pushing into the knees. Back is rounded. Coming forward, this is like the chaturanga part. And then forward here, planting yourself, shoulders down, away from the ears, chest forward. This is like cobra or up dog. So it's almost like we're doing a little sun salutation flow. And back. And even though these movements are small, the more you commit to them, the more that you'll feel that opening up. You can just kind of imagine the blood flowing to all of these muscles. Good. All right, and we'll release, come back through center. And both arms will come all the way up. And then we'll rotate now for a twist. If it's accessible to use the back of the chair, use that to help you twist. And then the other hand, place it on the outside of the knee. With your twist here, it's important that you're rooted in your chair. So you want to see if you can kind of balance out the weight on both sides of your hips so that you're evenly planted in your chair. Your spine is strong and tall, and it's twisted, it's rotated, and then the shoulders are out wide. So you don't want to crane here. You don't want to push too much where like your shoulders are all rounded over top of one another. That's really no benefit in the stretch, in the pose here. Good, inhale all the way up. And we'll find the same thing on the opposite side. Good, inhale all the way up. And we'll plant the hands on the arms of the chair. Just tuning into ourselves with a little bit more deep breathing. This will be in through the nose, out through the nose. And we'll just do a body scan as we go as well. So you can do this with eyes open or closed. If your eyes are open, keep your gaze about 6 feet on the floor in front of you. Ready, and inhale through the nose. Tuning in with your body, noticing areas that feel like they've opened up and maybe gotten a little bit of a stretch. Exhale. Inhaling again through the nose. Sipping that air all the way in. Exhale. Scanning the body, noticing the lower half of the body, areas where we didn't pay attention. How does that feel in comparison to the upper part of your body? Ready, inhale. With each exhale, allow your body to relax. And with each inhale, rise. You're expanding and contracting. One more here. Squeeze all the air out. And then return to normal breathing. Hands to heart center in prayer. Namaste.